On December 5th, 2007, 19-year-old Robert Hawkins went into the Maur store here at the Westroads Mall and shot and killed 8 people. After the rampage was done, Robert ended up killing himself inside the store. I read online that an hour before the shooting, Robert gave his mother his suicide note and she handed it to the sheriff's office. And basically it said, "I just want to take a few pieces of crap with me, but guess what? I'll be famous." So he went inside the entrance at the Maur store here at about 1:36 p.m. It says that he went inside, kind of looked around for a few minutes, and then went back out to his car. Then he reappeared and went back inside the store and went directly to the elevator, which is to the right as soon as you get inside. Robert Hawkins went all the way up to the 3rd floor, and that is where he started his killing spree. At about 1:43 p.m. is when the shooting officially started. He shot a couple people standing by like the clothing rack area. He shot a couple people that were on the 1st and 2nd floor. He shot down at them, and then he shot a couple other people that were nearby, killing 8 people. The autopsy report of 19-year-old Robert Hawkins showed he had 200 nanograms of Valium in his system, which apparently, according to Google, is like the lower end of like a therapeutic dose. I'm just gonna read off the 8 victims. That way I wanted to make sure I got them included in this, because of course, as every tragic thing happens, you wanna make sure you remember all the people who died innocently. 6 employees were killed and 2 customers. And they were 47-year-old Beverly Flynn, she was an employee. 66-year-old Janet Jorgensen, she was an employee. Next was 56-year-old Gary Joy, he was also an employee. Next was 65-year-old John McDonald, he was one of the customers. 48-year-old Gary Scharf, he was also a customer. 36-year-old Angie Schuster, one of the managers. 53-year-old Diane Trent, she was also one of the employees. Last but not least, 24-year-old Maggie Webb, she was also one of the employees. It sounds like Robert Hawkins led a very troubled life. So he was diagnosed with ADHD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and then potentially some other things, but those were the main 2. When he was 14, he was sent to like a mental health treatment center because he threatened to kill his stepmom. A couple other things that I thought I would mention about Robert. He got fired from McDonald's for stealing some money, and his girlfriend broke up with him at the same time. And after that, he tried enlisting in the army, but he got turned down. And so all those things kind of culminated together, and I think that, along with all the stuff that he had going on, like post-traumatic stress disorder and all those other things in his head, kind of came together, and he wanted to kill himself along with whoever else he could bring along with him. Also in late November 2007, about less than a month before shootings here, he threatened to kill a teenager because he thought she stole his CD player. So you can kind of get a sense of where Robert's mind was at that time. If only he got the actual help he needed, whatever that would have been, maybe more medication, maybe more treatment, maybe just someone to talk to, I don't know. But if he was able to get the help he needed, it's possible that this never would have happened. Robert Hawkins went to his stepdad's house about a week prior to the shootings with his mother, and they had dinner over there. What Robert's mother did not know is that Robert ended up stealing his stepfather's gun and ammunition from his stepdad's safe while they were there. I just wanted to apologize up front about the footage you're about to see. Again, it's not the greatest, but I just wanted to show you guys the inside of Maur and kind of show you where Robert Hawkins went inside the store while he was shooting. So as soon as you walk in, as I'm doing right now, to the right, as soon as you walk in, is the elevators. So this is the elevators that Robert took as soon as he walked in. He took the elevator and he ended up going up to the 3rd floor. That is where he started his shooting spree. Please stand clear. This photo of Robert inside the store is still from the security footage, and it shows Robert going inside, checking things out, kind of surveying stuff, and you can notice in his hand he doesn't have his weapon at that point. So he basically went in to kind of survey the area, maybe check if there was security or anything like that, maybe see how many people were inside the store, and then he went back outside. That's when he grabbed his rifle from his car, and then he went back inside. So after Robert got up to the 3rd floor, he stepped out of the elevator with his rifle, and he would have been facing the opposite direction that my camera is pointing, as he would have been stepping out of the elevator facing the inside of the mall, whereas I'm pointing my camera the opposite direction towards the elevator. So Robert would have been basically like what the boy was doing, walking towards us with the rifle. The actual shooting only took about 6 minutes total, from 1:43 p.m. to 1:49 p.m. One of the employees was interviewed after that survived, and she said that she was hiding in kind of one of the back offices, and she saw Robert using his gun and shooting people, and then she saw him put the gun on top of the customer service desk, I guess to reload it. Or as I head down the escalator now, I'm pointing the camera towards the front doors, and this is kind of the same angle that the CCTV footage showed Robert in the entryway, kind of surveying everything. So that is like the proper angle of where he would have been. Pretty crazy. Anyway guys, if you're new around here, my name's Harmon. I go around the country finding different infamous places, infamous crimes, or infamous people. If you like this kind of content, definitely subscribe. I just want to say thank you all for watching. I do really appreciate it. Sometimes I forget to mention that, but I appreciate all of you who watch. But anyway guys, until next time, my name's Harmon, and I'll see you guys on the next one.